Hello! Today we're going to take a closer look at the very useful if function in Excel. We'll cover the basics, common mistakes, surprising applications, and how to combine them with the and, or, and not functions. Watch until the end and learn some new Excel techniques. Let's start with the basics of the if function. 1. Basic explanation of the if function. 2. Common mistakes. 3. Master conditional logic with nested if. 4. Using and, or, and not functions. 1. Basic explanation of the if function. The function allows you to return one value if a condition is true and another if it's false. In this example, if the value in cell E4 is greater than 10, it will show popular. Otherwise, it will be blank. The only double quotes represents an empty string. Two, common mistakes. Now, let's talk about some common mistakes that can happen when using the if function. 1. Forgetting to check the return values. One mistake is not paying attention to the values you return. Make sure the result for both true and false conditions is correct. 2. Trouble with multiple conditions. When you need to test several conditions, using multiple if functions, also called nesting, can get confusing. We'll go over this in the next section. Section 3. Master conditional logic with nested if. Now, let's explore some advanced uses of the if function. 1. Nesting if functions for multiple conditions. It checks the value in cell E4. If E4 is greater than 10, it returns popular. If E4 is less than 5, it returns unpopular. Otherwise, it returns a blank. In this example, the results are divided into popular, unpopular, and blank according to sales. This is called nesting, putting one if function inside another. It is a way to process multiple conditions by nesting if functions. Section 3. Master conditional logic with nested if. 2. Combining if with math. The values in cells, E4 and H4. If the result of E4 multiplied by H4 is greater than 30, it returns profit. Otherwise, it returns loss. 30 is average sales. By combining if with math operations, you can create even more flexible conditions. Section 4. Using and, or, and not functions. Next, let's learn how to combine the if function with and, or, and not functions to handle more complex logic. And function. The and function checks if all conditions are true. In this example, it checks if N4 is greater than 1,100 is to get sales per month, and N4 is greater than 815 is average sales. If both are true, it returns within range. So, returns excellent. Or function. The OR function checks if at least one condition is true. If either N4 is greater than 1,100 or N1 is greater than 815, it returns condition met. So returns good. Not function. The not function reverses the condition. This formula checks if N4 is not greater than 815. If true, it returns 815 or less. So it returns no good. Today, we learn the basics of the if function, common mistakes, and how to combine it with the and, or, and not functions. Once you master these functions, your Excel work will become much smoother. In the next video, we will show you more useful Excel techniques. So please subscribe and like this channel.